السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We will continue from our last class for Tajweed. This is book 2 of Tajweed Rules of the Quran by Karima Karel Serapinski. We covered in the last class until page number 31. There is some concept where you need to know how to pronounce or recite when two letters come together. Now, when two letters come together, because when you're writing, when you're joining a word, to make a word, you need to combine two letters. So the way how two letters can come in various forms, that is, if the two letters are alike, or if they are similar, or if they're close to each other and they are far from each other. So we saw what these four things mean, and today we are going to see how to recite the one when they meet. So these words in Arabic are known as mutamathilan, mutajanisan, mutaqariban, and mutabaidan. Based on the words itself, you will come to know what they mean. We'll just do a quick recap. Mutamathilan. This you can know from mathala. Mathala means like. So mutamathilan means they're alike. Now, alike means how can they be alike? Now, first thing you need to know is the three different ways how two letters can meet, and out of that, this book is only covering one of it. This first one is where writing and in pronunciation they are same. Okay, that means there is no difference, there is no separation. Like over here, yaghtab ba'dukum. So the two ba, they both are the same letters, or hallakum, same letters, same pronunciation. The second would be they meet in writing, but the pronunciation will be separate. Like over here, there are two ha, this is also ha, this is also ha, but while you're reciting, they don't combine because the mud sila prevents them from being read together. Okay, this is in Hafs and Asim. And the other is two letters meet. When you're pronouncing, you will make them join, but writing wise, they don't join. Like for example, here the two noon. Ananadir. So anan, after noon, you're hearing the next sound of noon. So both are noon, noon, na sound. But if you see the writing, there is an alif, a hamzatul wasl, a lam. There are three things between them. So what we will be discussing here is the first type. The second does not apply to Hafs and Asim. Third is not there in this section. So the two letters, when they are in one word or between two words, the two letters here, this one, وَلَا يَغْتَبْ بَعْضُكُمْ, in pronunciation as well as in writing when they meet. Now, as I said, mutamathilan is where they are mathala, they are same. In what sense will they be same? They have the same makhraj and they have the same sifat. Now, when can two alphabets have exactly the same makhraj and the same sifat? Same makhraj, there are many letters who will have same makhraj, but they will differ in sifat. They can be same in sifat only when they are exactly the same alphabet. So when you have two alphabets together, the same alphabet, that is what is mutamathilan. Of similar nature is mutajanisan. You can know from the word jins, jim, noon, sin, jins. The same jins, that means they have the same makhraj. Their jins is same, origin is same, but sifat will differ. Like for example, dal and ta, they have the same makhraj. For this, you will have to go back to your makhraj lessons to understand and to identify which alphabets have the same makhraj. And over time, inshallah, you will remember it. The next is mutaqariban. They're qareeb, they are near in makhraj, and sifa, or they are either only near in makhraj or only near in sifa. Okay, now with this, you know, there are three ways how they can be in mutaqariban, right? Either both are closed, makhraj and sifat, or only makhraj is closed, or only sifa is closed. Like for example, if the makhraj can be closed, like for example in tongue we have so many alphabets and so many makhraj. So you can have alphabets which are not of the same makhraj, but they are on the tongue, so they may be close to each other. And based on the position, even their sifat may be similar. Now, this nearness is a relative thing, that how close it is relative to that particular alphabet. It's not whether they have the same makhraj or no. It's not that way. It's relativeness that is being seen. Like for example, two letters which are which are close in makhraj and in sifa, like lam and ra. If you remember the makhraj lessons, you will see that you can see the diagram where lam and ra makhraj is very close. Okay, but their makhraj is different. It's not same. It's just close. They use taraful lisan, the sides of the tip and the sides of the tongue. They are close in sifat. They both share all characteristics except for one, which is takrar, which is there only in ra. It is not in there in lam. So even sifat wise, they are close. Another, you can see ta and tha. Ta, tha. Again, close makhraj, but the makhraj is different. How it is close? Both use the tip of the tongue. Sifat also is close. They have the same, except ta is strong. It has shidda, and tha is having rokhawa. Then we saw dal and seen again. Dal and seen have different different sifa. Characteristics are different. Makhraj is quite close. Ad, s, very close makhraj. But their sifat is completely different. Dal has kalkala, seen doesn't have a kalkala. They're completely different. Dal has shidda, whereas sheen is rokhawa. Sorry, seen is rokhawa. Then dal is having jahr, it's a strong letter. And seen has safir, which is not there in dal. Here there is a typo. It is not sheen here, this one. It should be seen, the alphabet seen. And the next one is the two far away from each other. They have makhraj also very far and sifat also far. Like haya and meme. Haya is at the throat, whereas meme is the extreme end, which is outside, which is at the lips. So that is what we saw in the types of meeting. Now, what is the ruling for the recitation for these meetings? So what is the relationship between the meeting of the letters? Now, when two letters meet, the general rule is izhar. That is, you have to say out both the letters clearly. But it will change to idgham to make your pronunciation easy in special circumstances and special places. Now, this idgham is not referring to the noon sakin rule idgham that we did. This is when any two letters in general meet. You generally, what do? You izhar, you say it out clearly. Both the alphabets you have to recite, but you have to combine them idgham when there are certain special circumstances which we are going to see now. Now, linguistically, the definition of idgham means what? Inserting something into something, insertion or merging. Idkhal. Idkhal is from dakhala, to enter. So the applied definition for us what is اتقاء حرف ساكن بحرف متحرك بحيث يصير الحرفان حرفا واحدا مشددا من جنس الثاني. That is the meeting of non-vowel letter. Non-vowel letter is it doesn't have a haraka. So it will be a sukun letter, sakin letter. And this is going to meet with a letter with a haraka, with a vowel letter. Now these two letters will become one emphasized letter of the second type. So when you recite, you will not hear the first one which is with a sukun, that will go away, and the second one is what will get emphasized. Now the types of idgham, there are two types. One is small and big. Small idgham and big idgham. So small idgham, when you do is when the first letter is sakin, the second letter is having haraka, irrespective whether they are in one word or between two words, you will do small idgham, joining. Whereas a big idgham, al-kabir, is defined as the two letters are voweled. The first letter was a second. Here both the letters are voweled. Now whether they are in one word or between two words, you're going to do idgham kabir. Kabir is why? Because of greater effort required to say both of the letters. Now when you have idgham of two letters, which is kabir, which is of this relationship, that is both are having haraka, the first letter will acquire a sukoon and merge into the second. It will happen only in few cases for Hafs and Asim. Now let us see all of these in the categories that we saw. First is mutamathilan. Mutamathilan saghir, the small. Small relationship for mutamathilan. What did we see in mutamathilan? They are mathala, alike, which was the same letter. So mutamathilan saghir will be when the first letter is sakin, second is having haraka. It doesn't matter whether they are same word or different words. Like for example here, yudrikumu. Okay, yudrikumu. Here you can see there are two kaf. They both are meeting. First one is second. Second is having a dhamma, a haraka. What will happen is you are not going to recite this first kaf. You will directly merge idgham into the second. This is idgham saghir. Now here yukrihun. Okay, there are more examples given. Now here the rule is what? Wujub al idgham, required merging. You have to combine it. That is the required rule. You cannot do anything else. Now there are two exceptions here. One is where the two waw and the two ya are a harf mad, such as in this one. Amanu is a waw, and again you have a waw, wa'amilu. Now they both are of the mud, like amanu is from mud. One of the two waw or one of the two ya. You have two waws or two ya together, and one of it is a harf mud. Or over here, if you see ya and ya is together, in fi there is a ya, and then that's sukun. Next ya is ya with a dhamma. But here that yeah first yeah that second yeah is actually a mad fi. Okay, so in this case you're not going to idgham, you're not going to say fi yusufu, you're not going to join it, you'll say fi yusufu, sorry yusufa, fi yusufa. So waw of amanu is harf mad, the waw of wa amilu is having makhraj between the lips. Wow, the yeah of fi is having matabi, and that's why you do not do an idgham. This is unlike lean. If yeah or wow is with it a lean, in lean you will see a sukoon on the first wow or yeah. In this case, you will apply idgham. The second exception is when the first letter is ha sakat, and this occurs only once in ayah number 28 and 29 and Surah Al-Haqqa. You have here maliyah, you see the ha sukoon, and then after that again you have a ha. Now here and the ayah is finishing, but in case you are going to join both the ayah, so in that case what is going to happen is you have a sakta sign here. You can see the small scene that is called a sakta sign. Sakta sign means you're going to stop there slightly without pausing your breath. You're going to not pause your breath. I mean, you're going to hold your breath. In that same breath, you're going to continue, but you will take a short pause. The first allowed way is you make the first hack clear with a short stop, no breath between the two words. Okay, but you will do a short stop. The second way of joining both of them is you merge the ha sakt with the ha that follows it. Idgham al ha with the next one. So this is also allowed way of joining these two ayat. So this is the second exception. Now we come to again mutamathilan, but this time we'll see kabir. You remember kabir? Kabir was when you have two letters which are vowel, both are haraka in one word or in two different words. Like here, this one, hijajin. You have two jims both in the same word, hijajin. Okay, this is also idgham, but this is kabir. You require effort to keep both the letters jin. To say that it require effort because both are the same letter, so you require effort. And then over here, fihi hudan. Fihi hudan. This is in two separate words. Fihi is a separate word, hudan is a separate word. Now, what is the ruling? The ruling is you have to do izhar with exceptions in the word ta'manuna, ta'manna. This is in Surah Yusuf. Here there is a separate ruling which is coming under exceptions. We are going to see this when we reach there. Now here this noon mushaddad, which is there, you can see the noon. This actually represents an idgham. Okay, here what was the rule? Fihi hudan. This is izhar. You have to say it out clearly. But here the ruling is different. This noon shadda represents an idgham. This word actually was ta'manuna. It was noon dhamma and noon with a mad alif. Ta'manuna, that was the actual word. But if you see here, the nu is not there. Nuna. It's joined. So this is done for idgham. Now, there are two possible ways and correct ways of reading this. This is what I was saying, how to read. You can see that small triangle over there. It's like a rhombus, it's like a diamond shape on top. This is to show you that here the word had a noon dhamma, which is changed, and to tell you how to recite. So that diamond is going to show you this. That there are these two ways. One is idgham ma'al ishmam. What is ishmam? Ishma means you are going to merge with a dhamma of the two lips. Okay, that means you are going to say noon dhamma nu. When you say nu, you form that circle with your lips nu. So you will do that formation of dhamma of the two lips, but the sound of dhamma you're not going to remove. You're not going to say nu, but you will form your lips in that circle when you reach ta'man na. Ta'manna. So when you're doing that when you're doing the gunna, you quickly form a dhamma with your lips and come back to na. But you're not going to say nu. That sound will not come out. The second way is إظهار مع الاختلاس مع اختلاس حركة النون الأولى وهي الضمة. You say both the noon clearly and stealing part of the vowel on the first noon, which is dhamma. You will say ta'manuna, but the nu, noon dhamma nu here, you're going to not complete it in halfway, you will move. Reader only will give 2/3 of its full timing. The noon dhamma nu, you will give only 2/3 of the timing, and before you complete the nu, you will move to na. Ta'manna. The other exceptions to the normal required idhar for mutamathil and kabir is these, which is below. That means here you will not do izhar. Generally, what would you have done when two letters exactly same with haraka? You will do izhar. But here you have to do idgham. One example is Suratul Kahf, ayah number 95. قال ما مكني فيه ربي خير. Now here you have a meme, ma, and then you have a meme. But here there is a mud coming here in between. Okay, two letters are vowel, but there is a mud separator. So here ma and ma is separate, ma is separate. This noon, this is gunna, this is the shadda which is there. It is both the alphabets are same, so they get combined, and you're going to join them and read. Then you have Suratul An'am, ayah number 80. Atuhajjuni. Here you have both are mad lazim. You will take it 6 counts here and 6 counts here. Now here you have in the same word, you have two jim here. You will join them and you will combine and read. Same with the noon here. And actually these both are not vowel because the first is sukoon and the second is a haraka with a dhamma. Then here is Surah An-Nisa, ayah number 58. Inna Allah ni'imma ya'idukum bih. Here again the meme, over here meme shadda. Here you're going to do gunna. Then here Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 271. In tubdu sadaqati fa ni'imma hi. Here again there will be idgham. Ta'muruni. Surah Az-Zumar, ayah number 64. Now all these words have idgham mithlain kabir. You have two words meeting together, but here the first is sukoon and next is haraka because of the shadda. You see the shadda? These are having idgham. You have to combine them, and mithlain, this is kabir. Because the letter, if you see, it looks combined in one. In the shadda is denoting both of them are together. So it's like a haraka, because you cannot see the sukoon here. The sukoon is inside the alphabet. Okay. Then you have mutajanisan, which is again you have saghir and kabir. Saghir, what did we say? First letter is second is voweled. So you have special cases where you will do idgham. If the letters are not specifically mentioned in the below notes, then you will do idhar. So for some special cases of saghir, you will do idgham, but otherwise the general rule would be idhar. Now mutajanisan is where the makhraj of the alphabets is same, but the sifa is different. So same makhraj letters, they're coming together, one with sukoon and another with haraka. In mutamathilan, what did we say in saghir? The general rule was over here, this one that we just did in the saghir. This one. What did we say? What was the general rule? When you have, like for example, this one, you have first letter has sukoon, second hai with haraka. You're going to combine them, idgham. Whereas over here, the general rule for saghir is izhar. For mutajanisan, the general rule is izhar, and just few cases exception will be idgham. Now, this is written in one Arabic statement here, which translates to not every time there are two letters meeting of the same makhraj, but different sifa. First one second one vowel. There is an idgham. That means not every time you will have an idgham. Mutajanisan letters merge into the letters below when they have a saghir relationship. Now here the letters are mentioned like ta, ta, and dal. They have the same makhraj. Dal, ta, ta, ta. So generally when they have saghir relationship, these two letters are which are commonly coming together, like dal and ta, ta and ta, dal and dha, tha and dal, and ba and mim. And both of these pairs which are shown, they have the same makhraj and different sifa. Now there are places mentioned again of each category, ta and dal. So you have ta here, ta sukun, and dal haraka. Okay, so here you're going to do idgham. فلما أثقلت دعوا الله ربهما. Surah Al-A'raf. Here you're going to merge. You'll do idgham. قال قد أجيبت. You will not say أجيبت. You will come here. أجيبت دعوتكما. You're going to do idgham. Now again, dal with ta is here. عبدتم. You will not say عبد. You will not say the dal sukun. You will say عبدتم. Then over here, ولو تواعدتم. So you'll say عدتم. So this again is idgham. Then you have ta and ta here. وَكَفَرَتْ طَائِفَةٌ. You will not say كَفَرَتْ this ta. You will say ta. كَفَرَتْ ta. You will say join it to the ta. فَآمَنَتْ طَائِفَةٌ. You will say the ta. You will do idgham at ta. You will not recite this small ta. Then you have ta with ta. This comes 4 times and this is incomplete merging. Why is it incomplete? Because ta has itbaq. Itbaq is heaviness characteristics where you're going to raise your tongue. So you're going to merge ta with ta like over here. So you have ta first with sukoon and then ta. So what happens here is you have to first go to the ta, the sukoon, so that heaviness of the ta will remain. And that is why what will happen is this is known as incomplete merging. You will not completely merge to the small ta. The heaviness of ta should remain. على ما فرطت في جنب الله. Same here. أحط. You will have some heaviness there. Then you have dal and dha. This is and ظلمتم. So you will directly come here and idgham it. إذ ظلمتم. And then same thing tha with dal. Again, they both have the same makhraj. Now this idgham is required for Hafs and Asim from Tariqa Shatibiyya. In that rule, this idgham is required where tha and dal meet like this one. يلحظ ذلك. This is a required idgham for Hafs and Asim. Then you have ba with mim. يا بني يركب. You will not say kab ma'ana. You will say يا بني يركب معنا. You will do idgham. This just occurs ba with mim only once. And the next is the kabir relationship for mutajanisan. Same alphabets, like similar in makhraj, but kabir means both will be voweled. Now here what will happen in Hafs and Asim, the rule is you have to do izhar. You have to clearly say, like for example this ta kasra and ta dhamma, both same makhraj but with haraka, vowel both of them. As-salihati tuba. You will say both of them izhar clearly. In mutaqariban, you have close makhraj. Again, we will see saghir and kabir for both. Saghir is where both will be second letters. This is like misline. You will not have an absolute idgham. Like how in misline, what is the main rule? Idgham. But there are only special letters where you will do idgham. The rest will all have idhar. So the idgham is specifically mentioned. We are doing now saghir. So both letters will be second. Sorry, saghir is first letter will be sakin and second letter will be voweled. Like lam and ra are qareeb makhraj. So when lam and ra come together, like it happens in where lam is in a verb like bel, or this is a harf, so it will come like in qul. This is a fail, this is a action, so it will come at the end as a sukoon, and the next letter will be ra with a haraka. So you will have bar rafa'ahu Allahu ilayh. You will join it. You will do idgham. وَقُلْ رَبِّي أَنزِلْنِي مُنزَلًا. Again, you will join. You will not say قُلْ رَبِّي. You will idgham. Now, exception to these idgham, this way when it comes, and there are exception to that for Hafs and Asim, is when there is a sakta sign between the lam and ra. Like kalla bal. So this is Surah Al-Mutaffifin. You will not say kalla barwana. You will stop your breath. Sorry. In the same breath, you will hold your breath and you will stop your recitation. You will pause your recitation for some time and then continue in the same breath. Kalla bal rana ala qulubihim. You will not say barwana. Okay. So if you'll see in the Musaf, there is no shadda on the ra because you don't have to do idgham here. Okay, then you have idgham shamsi. This is again lam sukun. Okay, you have here L, the lam is sukun. This happens in the 14 letters of Shamsiyya letters. All the 14 are close to the makhraj of lam. These alphabets where you do the idgham Shamsiyya. Why do you do it? Because they're close to the makhraj of lam. And that is why you have to idgham, join it. As-sa'ati, ar-riyah. You're not going to say al-riyah. You'll say ar-riyah. Now, exception to these 14 letters, but it is not considered under mutaqarib, is the lam itself, which should come with lam, because they will not come under this category because they're the same letter, so they fall under mutamathilan. Like al-latifu, you have al and then lam. Okay, al is lam sukun and then lam haraka. Then you have qaf sakina with kaf, qaf and kaf. This occurs once in Surah Al-Mursalat. Alam nakhluqkum. You will not say luq and then kum. You will just do idgham. You will join it. Alam nakhluqkum. Now, our way of reading is Hafs and Asim, and they read it as a complete idgham kamila. So qaf is completely merged into the kaf in our recitation, which is Hafs and Asim. Then you have noon sakina and tanween. This rule we have seen when we studied the noon sakina. When you have the letters of the word yarmaloon, okay, exception of noon, leaving those, they are classified as mutaqarib. They are close to the makhraj of noon. Now, noon, why is exception for this is because when yarmaloon in the noon sakina, after that, if you have a noon, this comes under the category of mutamathilan because they are same letter. So they will not fall under mutaqariban. Okay, so here you will do mu wali. You will not say min wali. You're going to do idgham because of close makhraj. First letter sakin, second letter haraka, mutaharrik. Now again, exception. You have a sakta in Surah Al-Qiyamah. وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ. You're not going to say maraq. وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ. So the sakta prevents the idgham. Then you have kabir for mutaqariban, which is both will be having a haraka. For this, the rule is you have to say it out clearly. Idhar rule for Hafs and Asim. You have to do idhar. The last is mutaba'idan. Now for mutaba'idan, for all rules, whatever, saghir or kabir, the rule is izhar because they're very far away from each other. So the rule is izhar. Ha on mim yahmilun, al-qura. Everything is clearly recited. Al-izhar. So with this, alhamdulillah, we have finished the lesson, and next class we will inshallah do the next class, which is brief introduction to some grammatical terms. Like today we used the word fi'l and harf. So inshallah we will see what these terms and even some more terms we will do what they mean. It will help us inshallah to understand Arabic, to understand Quran, to understand Kalamullah, the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I pray for all of us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us in implementing the Quran in our lives, to live it so that He gives us a place in Jannah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.